Give you a little tour of what I did today. Here's a 13-acre hayfield of mine. Here's one of my stands I set up. I can shoot to this path. You see it up there with the orange straps. And then the burrs are so thick back here in the buckthorn, which is an invasive species. Hey, look at those burrs. You can't walk through here without getting the shit tangled out of you. So I tried to clear some areas where I want the deer to go. Got the main path down that way. That's a whole nother deal. I could show you that some other day. That's 28 acres. But here's the main path coming off the main path to the hayfield. And then if you look to the left, you'll see where I cleared out a spot for the feeder about 20 yards away from my stand, but they got several places they could come out. I got another stand back there. You'll see the ladder. I cleared that area out. But this way, they could come right out of the woods, or they could go to the left toward the feeder and head toward the shelter belt, which they do, or they come that way. Or of course this way. And then out here, this is all good clover. Once he gets a second cut on here, that's good chow, and they love this stuff. Here's one of my starter scrapes. Got the licking branch right there. I'll show you where I put the other feeder. Motor across the field here. Well, here, let's head down this way before I take you down to the river bottom. Got this set up for turkey hunting. I just left it where it's at for the deer hunting season. We got another stand back here called the corner stand. You can see it up there. You see the ladder. And then we got the stand sitting up there nice and sturdy. Following down this side of the field, I've counted up to 50 deer in this field. When the rut's on, it's almost magical. He's got his first cut of hay out of here already. He'll get a second. Probably mid-October, I'm thinking. This is what I call a corner pine stand. This is a killer stand right here. You see it back there in that pine tree. It's a great location. Smashed a few deer out of this one. This is where the big ones come out. The big ones follow this tree line down, but as big bucks do, you can't pattern them. All of a sudden, they're just fucking there. But they head out to this 40-acre field on the other side of my break right there, other side of them trees. And there's hay out there, and sometimes there's soybeans. They love the beans. This is where I set one of my other blinds up. This is where I arrowed the buck last year. I arrowed him right out of this shooting lane right here. I thought it was a doe. It's getting pretty dark out. You see my blind back there. And here's another starter scrape. And you can see the lick of the orbital branch here. I soaked. And another shooting lane if they get by here. That's a county road to the south of me right there. It's my south gate. And then over here, I forgot I had this stand. A lot of times them big bucks will bed down on this hay right on the other side, and I thought, shit, I better clear that out. So there it is. Now we'll head down to the river. On the north end of the property. That's where we just came from. fence for our garden over here and our apple tree, or our grapevines. Those are apple trees. Inside here we got 3 pear trees. That's where the grapevines are going to go when we pick out what we want. Those are pear trees. They used to be all garden, believe it or not. That's a homestead. Mama's got thick cut pork chops on the Traeger, covered in homemade apple butter. And she made banana bread. There's a tree I just got done hacking up and tipped over. Got to get that split up. And this is what I call the north end of the property. This is where you come in. There's another tree I got to pick up. It was too muddy to get out last year. This is the north end. This is all bordered by what they call the Cedar River. So the deer cross the river back and forth in 1,000 different places. Just depends on what they're doing. I got a nice ladder stand right up in there, you can probably see. If you look toward the back there. And there's the river. A lot of times these bucks will cross the river over there. That's actually city land. And it's thick stuff. So it's good. This north end can be very productive. That ladder stand, I can hit this trail with 2-part Harmony and Feeling with my bow and arrow. River bottom bucks, baby. Down here's where I set up the other feeder. Trying to keep them a bit incognito. You see it over there, I got a place circled out. That's all river down there. Got whole kernel corn in there. 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. I might change that time as daylight savings time turns there. That's all river down there. I mean, we're 25 yards from the river. But you can wade across it in most places, unless we get heavy rain. If you look over there, you'll see my other ladder stand, which is what I call the North River bottom stand. Got the solar set up to the south. We're grooving. I'm gonna get a couple trail cameras on these bad boys. That's right up behind the house right there where you see that ladder stand through the trees. Real thick river bottom. You never tell what kind of monster's gonna walk through here. That's what I did.